Well, hi, how are you? Welcome to Makeup University. I'm Sherilyn. Hey, today I have got two important topics to review with you. So, welcome to this Monday blog and let's get started. But before we do, special thank you and shout out to everybody who has subscribed to the channel. Yay! And if you're new here and you haven't subscribed yet, would ya please? Yeah. Okay, so here's the deal. These two things, I'm going to start with this and then follow with this, and they actually pair together. Stay tuned. I can explain. So, in the United States, November 3rd is our presidential election. If you are not in the United States, you may see in social media, maybe some news outlets, that things are challenged over here. Okay. First of all, and if you are in the United States, first of all, it's very important that you get out and exercise your privilege to vote. I say privilege because the women had to fight for it, the women's suffragette movement, to vote. The vote can be taken away if you're a felon. Here's the thing. It's your voice, it's your chance to say how you want your country to be governed. So I say that very specifically because this is not about a popularity party where you like one person, the way they look, their platforms. This isn't about popularity. This is about how you express how you want the country to be governed. And I think it's very simple. Like, regardless of who you like, who you prefer personally, look at how they have previously voted and acted on issues, whether it's life or if it's prison reform, or if it's food, if it's taxes, if it's manufacturing. Like, just put the issues side by side and then match up your candidate if that person is going to, if you agree with the issue and they agree with the issue, make that a check. Okay, that, and if you have more checks for one person than the other, let that be it. I think it's my greatest challenge as I'm seeing things in social media. I feel like I'm not voting based on the person, I'm voting based on the issue. So that's why I want to show you this. I'm guessing in any state, if you check your snail mail, or if you visit the United States Postal Service office, the USPS, not the little mailbox, etc., or a UPS mailbox center, they may not have these, but they probably were put into the mailbox. This is a voter's guide. So I'm in California, and it's all Vote Safe California. This right here, voter information guide. This is really important. I know that picking the president is very important, but you know what trumps that in importance is the judges, the propositions that are, it says proposition, let me open mine up. Okay, so if you were in the booth, maybe you've waited in line. I don't believe this mail-in ballot thing at all, especially after there's been multiple stories, photos, videos, seeing the postal worker dump a box of ballots. Whoa! Show up in person, and I suspect your county, like my county, has early voting centers open, like the library. Here's my point. Before I get long and wordy. Do you see how this is Proposition 24, 25? And then let's turn to another page. Do you know what Prop 22, Prop 23, Prop 24, 25 is about? Get this guide and Read it. Proposition 14 authorizes bonds continuing stem cell research initiative statute. Summary of legislative analyst estimate of net state and local government fiscal impact. My friends, and you can see it's got all this information. You might be thinking, well, I don't have time to be doing that. Oh, when your taxes go up, your property taxes go up. Last local voting session, there was a proposition, and it would increase $200 per homeowner property taxes to fund the schools, local schools. And it did not pass. And I'm here to tell you why. Do I want good schools? Absolutely. Do I believe in paying teachers very well? Absolutely. Do I believe in funding after school activities so that working parents have a safe place for their kids to stay? Absolutely. Though I'm here to tell you an additional $200 on property taxes, that's a lot. It's a lot on top of an already high sales tax. Just name the taxes. So that property tax didn't pass locally the last local election. You, my friend, in your state, picking the president is important, but this whole diatribe that I have for you is that I highly, we're less than a month out, encourage you to get your hands on this piece of paper. And I actually, let me show you. One of mine is, this is a big deal in California. It's called Proposition 22. And I've circled them in my book, whether I'm yes or no. And then I will have this to take with me to the voting polling place so that I can, before me, be like, yeah, I already read this. I already know. I mean, I feel like in California that I do not want the Uber drivers, Lyft drivers to be actual employees, because, come at me haters, I'd like to keep you busy, because the whole point of gig economy is it is a gig. Is there challenge from the higher up in Uber and how they're managing that company? Yes. Is it between the Uber management and the Uber gig worker to work it out amongst themselves? My opinion, yes. I don't feel like we need the government over-regulating, my opinion, the business and the person's personal choice to be a gig worker or not. The gig worker, by the way, has more tax efficiency. You guys, there's a big difference between tax evasion and tax efficiency. The gig worker can minimize their taxes paid by being tax efficient. The money spent getting tax efficient advice is a tax write-off, meaning less money in taxes, more money in pocket. All of this diatribe is not about telling you how to vote or explaining why I'm voting a certain way. My whole point is, and this video got long, so maybe I'll save this for a second one. The whole point is I highly encourage you right now, get your state voter guide. It is free. It most likely showed up in your snail mail, wherever you get your snail mail. If you didn't get one, I know that it is available online. I'm going to check real quick on this book. My friend and I were just talking about that. Oh, you know what? I will find it and put it in a link below, because I would put it right on the front page, but it is not. I know that you can access this information online. I personally just wanted it to be hard copy right here, because your judges, your local school boards, your local sheriff, your local propositions are more important to you and your everyday life, day, week, month, life. Yes, the presidential pick is very important, but this whole diatribe, I'm at 10 minutes, I gotta go. The whole diatribe was that you guys, please vote informed instead of walking into that booth, looking at Judge A, B, and C and being like, yeah, and not knowing. And personally, I feel very strongly this round of voting, everybody who's in needs to be voted out and give somebody new a chance. Because there's some people who have been in that position for decades, maybe years, and they haven't accomplished in their term what they said that they would, so give somebody else a chance. This has been a pretty heavy video, you guys. I will come back and do Testing the Supernatural, Rick Renner. This is a little mini book that is in companion to the Last Days Survival Guide book that Rick Renner Ministries sent out. And that's why I thought, oh, this is a good way, because you'll notice that, and I'm going to wrap it up real quick here because this is getting long. You'll notice that right now you're being bombarded with political ads, and they're both so well written and created to kind of twist to favor you selecting their choice. It's manipulative, you guys. That's why I'm telling you, get right back to here. And what I was going to bring up about this is that set aside time. This is all about how to test dreams, visions, revelations, and spiritual manifestations. That's why I wanted to review them together, but this has gotten too long. I wanted to pair that when you are reading your voter's guide, like just like this book says, that your voter's guide, you need to test what you're reading. Do a little research, and I'm telling you, work on this a little bit each day, each week. Come November 3rd, you will have this already outlined, and when you walk into that polling place, I highly encourage you to vote in person. Don't mail it. You might as well just throw it away if you're going to mail it. Whether you're for either side, I feel like you can't trust either side at this point. There's so much shenanigans. Take your actual physical body there and vote in person. It's very important, and be informed. Okay, this is long. We'll do this one in another video, and thank you for watching. I know this was heavy, and I mean it to be positive encouragement that your voice can be heard, that your voice matters, and that whichever way you're choosing, let us go at it in a very civil and polite manner. I think that's been the biggest heart issue for me, as I'm seeing such savage, vicious attacks among neighbors, brethren, people, like not even talking about the candidates and their ads, just there is such a level of uncivility. Is that a word? Politeness, kindness for your fellow man. And I like to liken it to, some people prefer Pepsi, which is clearly the wrong choice, because Coca-Cola is the best pop out there, right? Okay, I prefer Coca-Cola. But if you prefer Pepsi, I'm not going to attack you for it. It's just your preference. So it's my prayer going forward as we finish out this very heated political season that there is just a little more kindness, respect, and civility for one another in this very heated political season. Because the season is going to end. And then you will still have that neighbor, that coworker, that friend. And once the season is end and all the advertising is stopped stirring everybody up, you're still going to need to face that person. Kindness goes a long way, you guys. All right, thank you so much for watching. Hey, I'm Sherilyn. This is Makeup University. And remember, you look really gorgeous today.